Hey guys, this is a report about the California Senate election. I just got internal numbers showing that the Nazi candidate in California, Patrick Little, is doing way better than the media is reporting. So here's what's happening. So this is the race where Dianne Feinstein, who's approximately 284 years old, has been in politics for approximately 1,200 years and has done nothing in that entire time. Anyway, that's her race. She's the incumbent. There's a real progressive in the race, Allison Hartson. And you guys know, most of you probably know about her, but for those of you who don't, she ran a national nonprofit for 5 years to get money out of politics. She's the progressive candidate, right? But we're looking at a worst case scenario here. In California, you got a two-person runoff that happens after the primary. The primary is on Tuesday, June 5th. It's coming up. So top two vote getters, whether they're Democrats or Republicans, move on. Feinstein has terrible low numbers, but there's 32 candidates overall. She's way under 50%, but she'll almost definitely move on. So it's whoever is against Feinstein, that'll be your two choices, right? And so the establishment media didn't put Patrick Little in the most recent polling, and they didn't do it because he's a Nazi. Let me tell you why that's stupid. Because I hate his ideology. It's toxic, it's poison, etc. But as usual, the go-to move for the mainstream media is just, if it's ugly, just ignore it. How'd that turn out with Donald Trump? I mean, look, I know they gave him a ton of attention, but they kept saying he can't win, he can't win, he can't win until he won, right? So I just got internal numbers saying, no, Republicans are actually, when you ask them, who do you support? They're saying his name above everyone else by an order of magnitude. So it's just our internal numbers and let me be clear about it. I'm an informal campaign advisor to Allison Hartson. I've told you that from day one, right? So as I'm looking at her numbers, I'm seeing support for Patrick Little among Republicans at much higher clips than the media is reporting because they're stonewalling him. I get it. You don't want to pay too much attention and give him a lot of free media, but you already did that. We all did that when we found out how insane his views were. So that's the name they know, and they don't seem to mind it. So them not including him in the polls doesn't mean he's not on the ballot. He is on the ballot. So if he gets the second most amount of votes, then you have the biggest nightmare scenario you could imagine. 2016 on steroids. You have got a corporate robot in Dianne Feinstein who votes with corporations every time. She makes Hillary Clinton look like a progressive, okay? And then opposing her might be a Nazi, which makes Trump look like a socialist. So, Jesus Christ, this is the sad situation we're in. Now, the good news is, in the polling, Allison is in a statistical tie for second place. So she's right on the doorstep, and she's got 2,000 volunteers that are hitting the street right now. And by the way, for God's sake, go sign up, because you cannot have the lesser of two evils in the general election, because those are two really bad scenarios. Okay, so her website's AllisonHartson.com. So if you want to find out more about it, go ahead. We'll probably have the link down below real soon in the description box on YouTube. But go volunteer. AllisonHartson.com/now is how you volunteer. AllisonHartson.com/go, because every dollar is going to educate people about her. Do you know that in our internal polling, again, if they know about Allison, she wins in a landslide. It's super easy for her to win, but they got to know about her. So we got to have both the volunteers and the money to spread that message out. There's only about less than 4 days left now. So this is the time. And I'm telling you right now that unbelievably, in the state of California, the Nazi has a decent chance of moving on and going to the general election. So get in the fight right now. Primaries are the most important part, because that's when you have some bad choices, but you actually have good choices. Don't let it come down to Feinstein versus that insanity. You got to get out there and vote for a real progressive right now. So obviously, if you've got a mail-in ballot, do that. But on Tuesday, if you live in California or you know anyone in California, it's a total red alert. Look, I just got the numbers. I'm not kidding. So you got to go support Allison Hartson and make sure she gets into the general election.